Welcome to the sizzling world of love, lust, and laughs. And more importantly, desire. This is Desire Dialogues. Get ready to dive into an electrifying podcast hosted by yours truly. I am a passionate love guru and a relationship extraordinaire. So buckle up, folks. We are going to embark on a relationship roller coaster ride through the maze of love, desire, sex, and everything in between. Have you ever wondered why your love life feels like a lukewarm cup of coffee? Ugh. Fret not. I'm here to sprinkle in some magic dust and spice things up. As a certified sex, love, and relation coach, I have seen it all. Twists, turns, and everything beyond 50 Shades of Grey, from the woes of modern dating to the intricacies of long-term relationships. We're diving into the pool of common struggles and cravings that keep us on our toes and cravings that keep our toes curled. So join me as we flip through the pages of love, turn up the heat of passion, and discover the secret sauce to a fulfilling, spicy love life. Grab your headphones, hit that play button, and let's embark on a journey where desire, love, lust, and laughter all collide. Hello there. Today we're going to talk about responsive versus spontaneous desire. So this is one of the most common complaints that I get when it comes to my sex coaching with my couples. It's that one partner has less desire and arousal than the other. Can you relate? Hey, I feel you. And this can actually create a lot of tension between couples. You know, often the person who is viewed as having less desire is seen as a problem or feels like they are the problem. However, it's really quite normal, and this isn't a problem at all. It's just a difference in desire. And that difference can be described as responsive desire versus spontaneous. All right, so when it comes to spontaneous desire, think of it as, experience desire prior to anything being initiated. So for me and many couples, spontaneous desire is present in the beginning of the relationships with that honeymoon phase. That is when your body is in overdrive of dopamine, endorphins, and oxytocin. So it just happens and you want it and you can't keep your hands off each other. Now, responsive desire, on the other hand, is experiencing desire after sexual intimacy has been initiated. So saying kind of like it's been introduced, right? It's on the table. Or they're responding to something that is arousing them, right? It's not just like out of the blue, ooh, I want to get something. So when you think about it this way, all right, if we had spontaneous desire and we were horny all of the time, we probably wouldn't get a lot of things done. So when it comes to responsive desire, that's when certain things, are being introduced, right? Or certain sexual initiations are starting. So people with responsive desire actually need more affection and sensual touch leading up to, engaging into a sexual activity. This is going to be able to help put their mind and their body at ease, to feel desire, to even want desire. And the people with responsive desire, we all have certain tendencies and things that we like to get in the mood. All right, for some of us, it could be candles, a massage. It could be, cuddling on the couch. These are all going to intertwine with actually your pre-wired arousal type. And there's 5 of those. And I can get into those in a whole different episode. This is one of my favorite things. It's extremely interesting. So, for you, I want you to think of, what do I respond to? What does, make me feel open to sexual encounter? So it could be getting your back rubbed. taking a shower or a bath together, cuddles on the couch. Those are the people who really like physical touch. Sensual touch is like maybe the rubbing on the back, the candles, massage oil, right? And it's not necessarily sexual touch to get you in the mood for a sexual encounter. So it's really normal for someone with responsive desire to not really feel desire until like after several minutes of foreplay. People with spontaneous desire, on the other hand, do not require as much intimacy or affection leading up to sexual activity. So what they love, they really value like that impulsive, unplanned sexual advances, like inviting you into the shower with them, or you walk into the other room and my fiance will just like pull his pants down. I'm like, whoa, hey, what's up, bruh? It's, caressing their genitals while watching TV. And it is not abnormal to be aroused easily and find yourself wanting to engage in sexual activity with your partner. Neither desire style is wrong nor bad. It's just different, right? So it's just if we take the time to understand not only our own desire style, but our partners as well, it's really going to help you both work towards having that satisfying sex life that where you can just understand each other more. So you can navigate the waters more. So you're able to figure out what it is that needs to be into play to turn on the responsive desire. So for me, when it comes to being a responsive desire partner now, as I've been, years into a relationship, it's just a response to arousal. So I have to get turned on, and then the desire emerges as a result. And, many people, including most women, experience desire this way. So with that, for me, it could be taking a bath, reading some erotica. And it's, it is fine no matter what you have. So the stuff you see in movies, right? That's spontaneous desire. That's like in the media and movies, and it seems to come out of nowhere, right? It's like on the drop of a dime, and it's like, ooh, sparked by like some one small thing. And yeah, many people do experience this type of desire at some point at the beginning of the relationship, particularly. Like I mentioned this before, So desire does not need to be present to lead to sex. Desire can be the spark that can lead to great sex, or desire may not even be present at first, and then arousal can then lead to desire. So here's the thing too, the same person can experience both kinds of desires at different times in their life with different partners or under different circumstances. So the important thing to know is that no matter what kind you have or experience, it's normal and healthy. And either way can still be a path to have this fulfilling sex life with your partner or partners, but learning to understand your own experience of desire, learning to communicate, better what that is to you can really be this helpful tool, in navigating your sex life. So if you want help working with your sexual desire and how to communicate that, I'm here with you. I'm here for you. You may want to consider working with a couples coach. So I got your back. It's a very common issue. And it's a lot of the times, it can be labeled as like mismatched libidos. So your homework for today is to make a list. All right. If you're driving, go ahead and, screenshot real quick if you're one of those people that screenshots to remind yourself later. I want you to write down what it is that you desire. What do you desire maybe like an hour before sexual, play? What do you desire 5 hours before? Do you need nice clean sheets? Because that's something that you can plan ahead for, right? Do you need time to be able to take a bath? Do you need a week of sexy text messages with each other? Do you need some erotica? Do you need some romance enhancement products? I got your back. I sell all of those goodies, all the vibrators, all the stimulating creams. So I want you to think about, what it is that you need. And it can be, a long list. It can be a short list that you then add on to later the more that you think about this. Just know that you're normal and know that it's fine. So also, too, I wanted you to... Nope, I lost my train of thought. No, just be gentle with yourself, right? Really, just be gentle with yourself. For me, I've always taken this and associated it with food, all right? So when someone's like, hey, do you want to eat? I'm like, oh, no, I'm not really hungry. And then when the food gets to the table or is presented to me, I'm like, oh, I could eat. And then I take a couple bites and I'm like, oh, okay, I was hungry. Oh, I'm glad I did this. So that for me is responsive desire. That is the way that I can do that with a regular day type of example. Until next time, my friends, new episodes come out every Friday. What is it that you desire? That's your homework. Thanks so much again for listening. I would love it if you follow and subscribe to this podcast. It actually helps the podcast programs and platforms be able to recognize the sexuality type of podcasts. They're not necessarily easily searchable, so it would really help other listeners like you be able to get some really fun stuff in between their ears. So feel free to share it with a friend if you think they'd be into this too and learning more about their body, desire, and things to enhance their relationships with themselves or others. Also, all of my information to connect on all the socials, to order yourself some sex toys, are all in the link in the podcast description. Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget, pleasure is your birthright, and you don't have to ask permission.